What's going on, my beautiful geek culture? As always, I'm your RO, and today we have three topics to discuss. First, Superman needs a little bit more work. Then, Joker Folie has officially ended its theatrical run. And finally, Disney and Johnny Depp reuniting. I can't wait to give you guys my 2 cents on all three of these topics. But before I get started, do your boy three major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you are going to hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's topics. First up, we have this article from Joe Blow. It is titled, Superman reportedly set for a few days of reshoots. Earlier this year, James Gunn suggested that Superman wouldn't need any reshoots, but it appears that the cameras will be rolling once again. The Hollywood Reporter's Heat Vision newsletter states the movie will be doing a few days of additional shooting in Los Angeles in the near term after recent test screenings. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, you're being a little bit hypocritical here, because I am a big defender of Captain America Brave New World having all of these reshoots, but my stance on that is I feel that Disney is targeting the wrong audience. However, if you are going to say that towards me, then you have to look yourself up in the mirror, right? You have to go and say, oh, why you got to do that? Because if your stance is Captain America Brave New World is undergoing reshoots because the film sucks, then you are a hypocrite. All right. I just want to clear that up right quick. This is no coincidence that Superman is undergoing reshoots right after recent test screenings. This signals that things may have not went well for that of James Gunn and DC Studios. And we know this because he's immediately going into this additional photography, right? Think about that for a second. Now, I know that there's a report out there that's saying, well, test screening results was pretty good. But if you read the report, it says within it that is friends and family and also crew members of the film test screening. So what I'm getting here is maybe the two test screenings that they had was for one, the cast, crew, and family, and the other was some random general audiences, right? So maybe the first test screening was those friends and families, but the second was those who could potentially spend their money. And here it is. We are going through reshoots. Now, James Gunn is saying that it's pickups, right? We're only going to do pickups. But I have to ask him, why wasn't you doing pickups before? You didn't think about that before you started to test screen the film? This says feedback. That is what this says, right? James Gunn test screened this thing in front of an audience, and they did not give him the response that he was looking for. Now, I'm not saying that people walked out of there and said, maybe you should have restored the Snyderverse. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that maybe Superman wasn't a good film. That's all I'm saying. That's it. And pickups. You got to add pickups. What you're trying to make it make sense now? You watch the film and realize, okay, we have a little bit of an editing problem here. This stinks, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely funky. It's that garbage can that you have not taken out to the street for weeks. That's what this is signaling right now. Now, I know people are going to defend it. They're going to say, man, look, this James Gunn, he has done this before. However, from my understanding, James Gunn has only done reshoots 2 times in his entire career. So when he gets to Superman, he has to do reshoots. Now, they say that he didn't do reshoots for the Suicide Squad because of COVID, right? Which is why it sucks. He didn't get an opportunity to fix the film. Anybody could have seen that was absolutely trash. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if he had got the chance to do some reshoots, maybe the film would have been better for me. You know what I'm saying? And this film, the Superman film, getting reshoots may work out for the best for all of us. We do not know. We do not know. But as it stands right now, I believe that those Superman test screening results was not on the level that James Gunn, Peter Safran, and David Zaslav was hoping for. They were probably hoping that people came out and scored this thing somewhere in the 11, right? And maybe it just scored in a 7. You know, now I predict that it may have been scored like at a 3 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I don't know. With James Gunn and his style of filmmaking and the tone that he likes to push forth here, maybe a lot of people is just not feeling that regarding that of DC. Same way that they did with that of the Suicide Squad. That's right. James Gunn's style of film only targets a certain audience. And that audience is that of those who like pelvis jokes, butt jokes, and so on and so forth, right? So on and so forth. At this very moment, James Gunn is a one-trick pony. It's almost as if he cannot tell a story without that of many characters. And maybe Superman might have too much going on. We all know that the film is featuring more features than a mid-2000s hip-hop mixtape, right? This thing is the dedication all over again. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes down to Superman, maybe his style of filmmaking didn't fit the character. Just maybe. We will see in July. Now, a trailer is supposedly set to be released December the 16th or so, just in time for Christmas, I guess. So we will finally get our eyes on what we could fully expect from that of James Gunn's Superman. But as it stands right now, I ain't hype worth a damn. That's right. As a DC fan, they can have whatever James Gunn is doing with that of DC. And you can take it how you want to take it, but I'm going to tell you how I want to tell you. And all you got to do is listen. You don't have to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Go and spend your money on trash. But your boy over here is really and truly getting to a point to where he believes that maybe when it comes to this Superman film, I might actually stay home for this one. I might. Now, if the trailer gets me on board, I'll let you know. I will let you know. I'll be honest. I say, okay, that looks a little great. But if it sucks, I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Next up, Joker, Folie Ado. Or should I say, Joker, Folie Ado. All right. This is from IMDb. It is titled, Joker, Folie Ado finishes theatrical run with just $206 million worldwide, ahead of Mac's debut. Ty Phillips' Joker Folie Ado will be available to stream on Max from December the 13th before hitting HBO linear on December the 14th. Okay, that's right. Because I'm like, what they mean going somewhere else? I forget. Max and HBO Max are two separate apps from my understanding. I have Max, but I do not have the HBO app. So they're saying that Joker will be on HBO Max on December the 13th and the other HBO app on December the 14th, right? Both at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the downbeat musical sequels finally worldwide box office totals are in. $206 million. That is a shame. You know, let's have some fun right now. All right, let's go to boxofficemojo.com. Let's have some fun here. Joker Folie Ado. Now, the first Joker film, it earned, and we all know this, you know, it's just good to go over this type of stuff because a lot of people was not paying attention, back in 2019. So it's just good to go over this type of stuff. Joker in 2019 opened to $96 million domestically on a $55 million budget, I may add. It grossed $335 million domestically and $743 million overseas and $1 billion. Actually, it is like $7 or $8 million away from being up there with that of The Dark Knight. Like, for real, I believe The Dark Knight is like $1 billion and 85 million, right? But you take that box office total from 2019 and you bring it into 2024, it most likely will raise itself to about 1.150, somewhere along those lines, right? So that will say that Joker Folie, if it was released in 2019, its box office total will probably only be about $50 million. Take that into consideration. See, this is probably why Superman is undergoing reshoots at this very moment, because Warner Brothers and DC is afraid of another flop of this magnitude. The brand cannot sustain this type of damage, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people would say, man, it's okay. DC's going to bounce back. And I would say, dude, you have been saying that since 2018. We're in 2024, and DC hasn't been able to bounce back yet. With one exception, right? Matt Reeves, the Batman. It made money. And I did say 2018. I'm sorry. Joker was in 2019, but I'm just talking about that linear DC brand, when they was making the films that was connected, right? It was like DC could not get a hit for nothing. It's all because they abandoned the strategy that they had going forth when they could have made them some money, when they was making money. Now, this is an absolute shame. A sequel should not be performing this poorly, right? This is the same thing that happened to the Marvels, right? Captain Marvel, $1.1 billion. The Marvels, $200 million worldwide. Goes to show you that when these studios are green-lighting projects, they should very well think about them very heavily, right? Sit back, relax, and ask yourself, will this make sense? Will people flock to this as I want them to? I do not think so. Next, if they do that, they will save themselves a whole heap of money, baby. Trust me when I tell you. Joker Folie being a sequel was never a good idea in the first place. In fact, a sequel to the Joker was never a good idea in the first place. Some things, and I would say even though they are successful, simply doesn't need that of a sequel. And this is a prime example of why studios should stop milking certain projects. If it was intended to be one film, you should have left it that way. Now, last but certainly not least, let me get back here. This is from CBR.com. It is titled, Disney reportedly wants Johnny Depp to reprise Pirates of the Caribbean role. Johnny Depp was dropped from the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise after his ex Amber Heard accused him of abuse in 2022. Now that the actor has been cleared of any wrongdoing, Disney reportedly wants him back. Now look, I have covered this news, I believe last year. They was talking about something along these lines last year, but this is more recent, right? If I was Johnny Depp, in my current situation, I may have to take that check. And let me tell you why. Johnny Depp do not have the funds that he used to have. He is not getting offered the roles that he used to be getting offered. And if he is going to be getting role offers, they're not going to pay him as much as he wants them to. I believe this guy is losing a lot of money. He spent most of his fortune. He lost out on a lot of endorsements and deals. And I do not believe that Amber Heard has made one payment to this guy. And not to mention, when it comes to that of Captain Jack Sparrow, this is one of the most iconic roles that Johnny Depp has ever graced. Right? Don't get me wrong. Edward Scissorhands, right? Great. We love Edward Scissorhands, right? And Blow. He did a wonderful job. But what he had managed to do with that of Captain Jack Sparrow and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise was something that I would have never thought that he would be able to do. He took that thing to another stratosphere, man. I mean, billion-dollar movies, right? $800 million movies, right? Merchandise sales all over, costume sales. Johnny Depp brought something to the franchise that I feel that nobody else will ever be able to. That's how I feel. Everybody was talking about a Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. You can go ahead on and try that. Go ahead on and try it. I guarantee you, nobody is going to go and watch it, because they are going to continue to compare it to what they got before it. Now, don't get me wrong. That last Pirates of the Caribbean film, it was not good. But Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, I believe that's the one with Blackbeard. I absolutely love that one. You know, that's the one that Johnny Depp managed to hold on his own, right? He showed that he can carry the franchise without that of the others. Right, Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom, right? He showed that he can carry it. But that last film just simply was not good. And I believe that it didn't open in all of the markets too, but it did manage to earn, I believe, about $700 million worldwide. Let's go back to boxofficemojo.com. We got time, baby. We got time. You know, we got time. We got time. Let's see how much that movie made. Dead Man's Chest. No, that's not the right one. What's the name of that last one? Dead Man Tells No Tales. That is it. It was released in 2017, which is 7 years ago. Yeah, see, Dead Man Tells No Tales only opened to $62 million domestically and earned $172 million domestically, but $623 overseas and $795 million worldwide. So that film was $205 million away from $1 billion. It was the worst one in the franchise. So with that being said, this franchise is strong solely because of that of Johnny Depp. And without him, I feel that it's not going to be able to move the needle for a lot of us, right? We will always remember what this man was able to bring to the table. Nobody else is going to be able to do that. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end, help you blow out that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that magical number of 10,000 subscribers, so I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. And if you are going to hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know what you think about all three of the topics that I talked about today. Superman undergoing reshoots immediately after the test screening results. And also, Joker Folie ending its theatrical run with $206 million worldwide, nearly $1 billion less than the first film. And also, do you feel that Johnny Depp and Disney should reunite for another Pirates of the Caribbean film? Let me know in the comments below. And always remember, les le bon temps brûlé. Thank you for tuning in to the 4KO. And have some fun this weekend, right? It's Saturday night. Take your girl out. Go out to eat. You know, get yourself some drink. Do something today. Don't sit in the house.